Here we go, boys. We've got 2025 Anaheim 1, the beginning to the anticipated 2025 Supercross season. A1 is an awesome race. I mean, the riders all start even. Nobody's got this huge points lead or whatever, so, everybody feels like they have a chance, right? Maybe not everybody, but, the contenders all feel like it could be their season until we leave A1, and maybe, or maybe we don't, have more answers. Maybe we have more questions than answers after A1. But what I wanted to do was start with Chase Sexton. I did go ahead and make A1 in Supercross 6. I don't plan on probably making every single replica, but some of them, and I for sure wanted to get A1 in here with the hype of the 2025 season. So I kind of want to go over the track here. We have the finish line, and I got some first person, third person. We have a mod by Pay2021. You go check it out if you feel like it. We have the whoops into the sand section. Then I put a roller into a triple. There should be one more jump there, but I could see him taking it out, and I didn't have enough room, so I made it a roller triple. We have a double-double. We go across the start straight a few times here, just kind of straights, and then we head into this 90, and we have a roller kind of, and then 4 jumps, and I decided to go triple single. Then we hit kind of a 90, and then the start straight, we connect back to the first turn. We have a triple, what appeared to be a triple on the track map. We have a double into Supercross triple. We see that fairly often. And then we have the big rhythm section, and I made it a double, triple, 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 single. I wanted to make it a quad out. Maybe they do that, but it just worked out better for me to do it that way. Then we have a Dragon's back into 3 jumps, and what I decided to do was make it kind of a jump to the top of the Dragon's back and then triple off single. It was more fun. It was a bit different. That's how I chose to do it. Then we have a step on, 2 step on, step offs, but the first one I didn't have room to have the step off, so it's just a triple over a table, or a double, however you consider a tabletop. So the track, it seems good. Nothing too crazy. I suppose it's, I wouldn't say it's an easy track, but it doesn't have... that one rhythm section is big. I could really see, a Jett Lawrence going for a crazy quad, and that's why I kind of wanted to have a quad out, but I couldn't make it work in the game the way I wanted to. So the track... Oh, yeah, also, there should be 2 single jumps on the start straight in 2 different... straight sections there, but if you know this game, you can't put single jumps on the start straight, so those should be there. I assume they probably will be. That's kind of one of those weird things. I don't know if it'll be a single jump, or if they'll jump off of it, or if they'll try to double over it, depending on how wide how far apart the jumps are before you hit the start straight. I don't really know, but the start straight should have 2 single jumps on the actual start straight that I wasn't able to do. So more or less, this is the 2025 A1 layout minus a couple things, but overall I think it came out pretty good, and it was pretty fun in the game. Now we had Chase Sexton in first person, we have Jett Lawrence in first person. Here we switch over to Prado, and I guess I'm going to start with him because this is where we are in the video. I don't have everybody, all the top guys in this video because I couldn't fit them all in. But Prado was one I'm really curious to see how he can do. He has a tiny bit of Supercross experience, actual racing under his belt from the year before. He's been testing. I have seen some of his Supercross testing videos. He looks really good. I would say the whoops is probably where he doesn't appear right now. And, it's just visual, so maybe it's faster than it appears, but it appeared... I saw a recent video by Swapmoto from the test track. It appeared his whoop speed was maybe a little bit off, but, give him time. He might figure it out. Maybe he prefers to jump through him. We don't really know, but I'm really excited to see him do well. I always enjoyed watching him ride MXGP. He's a 4-time champion, 2 MX2 and 2 MXGP, and when I could watch the highlights and whatnot, or even a full race with Prado, it was just fun watching him ride. Plus, we know he can get really, really good starts. So the other thing I'm really curious about with him is to see how he can adapt to the aluminum frame, KX450. How long will it take him to get used to that. I could see him, I don't know what his personal expectations would be, but I would like to see him finish, get some top fives and maybe even a podium. I don't know if I see him getting a win this season. Maybe he does. He gets really good starts, so it could happen. But just to see him top 5 podium, I think would be success, in my opinion. New bike, first full season, give yourself some time to ease into it. So that's what I would like to see from Prado. Here we got Tomac, and seasoned vet, World Supercross champ, multi-time Supercross and motocross champion. I mean, Tomac has to be in the conversation for race wins and even a contender. I mean, you can't count Tomac out. I believe I read somewhere that there was an interview and he had said that this was like the healthiest he's felt coming into a Supercross season, or compared to the year before, or maybe even the year before that. So, I mean, if you're the competition, that would be a little bit worrisome, right? That would be a little bit worrisome, but I would love to see Tomac be battling up front, podiums, wins, and make it a challenging season for everybody else. So, yeah, Tomac, Webb the same way. I don't have Webb in the video, but I would feel the same way about them. And then we have Chase Sexton. We had him at the beginning. Here we got him again. I would say Sexton has to be at least the second favorite to win the 450 title, right? Behind Jett Lawrence and maybe even possibly behind Hunter. I kind of want to talk about all three of those guys together because Hunter could, I talked about him the year before or the year before that. Whenever he was struggling, he kind of was struggling to find his own on the 450, but he has recently just let it loose. I mean, I definitely could see Hunter Lawrence winning a race or a couple races for sure, especially if Jett doesn't get a great start. We know Sexton struggles with the starts as well, and Hunter's really good at them. I could see Hunter winning some races, for sure a contender. Chase Sexton, not the greatest starter, but for sure the speed, he seems to be more comfortable in the KTM coming into this season for sure than the year before, after the motocross season too. So Sexton has to be the number 2, I would say, favorite to win the 450 title. Maybe a little bit ahead of Hunter Lawrence, but obviously behind Jett Lawrence. Jett Lawrence has to be the number 1, hands down favorite. The only, I believe he had a comment where he wanted to win all 17 Supercross races, which for sure is possible. It would be really difficult. I believe Jeremy McGrath almost did it. He lost one race, so it is possible, but I don't know if he will. But I do believe Jett Lawrence is for sure by far the favorite. And, he sometimes makes him, he crashes on his own, or, things out of his control, mechanical, or a rider, cross jumps or something. Anything can happen, but overall he has to be the favorite. And, who I would pick early preseason to win the 450 title. So that's kind of, there's so many other riders, but that's kind of my short 4 or 5 guys that I think can really be up there. And then Prado, I threw him in because I'm really curious to see how he does. We've got Ken Roxon, we've got Malcolm Stewart, we've got tons of guys that could win a race, but those would be the top ones for me. So here we got Haiden Deegan. I wanted to talk about him just a little bit. I believe he would be racing the West Coast, so he should be at A1. And he's kind of an interesting rider for me. I didn't have that connection to him from the Deegan's YouTube channel like a bunch of you guys did. I never really watched it and followed him from YouTube into his pro racing career, but I do know for sure I love watching him ride. He's so entertaining on the track, and he really is entertaining off the track. He might have this kind of like attitude, if some people would say attitude about him. Sometimes some people would say a bad attitude or a villain attitude. I don't necessarily see it that way. I think he has an entertaining attitude. Even if it's drama, he is so entertaining on and off the track. I know not everybody feels that way. Some people don't like him. A bunch of people love him. But I'll tell you what, I find him entertaining on and off the track and can't wait to see him ride. I would say he, for sure, should be the favorite to win in his, technically third year. He had his rookie season, and then he was kind of injured coming in to last year. But as far as I know, he should be healthy here. So he should be the favorite. and I cannot wait. Anaheim 1 is going to be incredible. I'm so glad he decided to go West Coast just so we could see him, you know, at A1 with all the hype behind the new season and whatnot and all that stuff. So, yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'd be really curious to see who you believe should be West Coast 250 champ and 450 champ and what you think about the track and just your overall expectations and opinions on 2025 Supercross. But you guys are girls absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support on the channel lately. It really does mean a lot. And until the next video, take it easy.